So at the interest of being a little bit repetitive, it is about balance. And those of you who don't know, I was a prosecutor for many years, handled major cases, rapes, robberies, homicides, and then I was a defense attorney for years. So here's some of our previous speakers discussing and mentioning that it's not that if there were no changes needed, that we never said that. We need changes where you include all stakeholders and everyone involved to do it right. I was in the assembly when this was coming through the original budget, and I said, a Class C nonviolent felony is manslaughter in the second degree. That's a non-bailable offense. Oh, no, was what we heard on the floor. It was implemented in January, all hell broke loose, and then there were more changes made. And they said, we fixed it, everyone, hooray, everything is great. And now we're standing here again, looking for another change. And this is what's notable. Neither of the two legislatures, majorities, have any interest in making changes to the current state of the law. The governor, after her budget, after her 30-day amendments that were completely silent, leaked out some potential changes, but never included the people standing on these steps right now, law enforcement, prosecutors, people who could strike the appropriate balance so we can do this incrementally and smartly. So none of them exist. None of those conversations exist. And I scribbled down a few just off the top of my head. Even if the governor's proposal were to be adopted, robbery in the second degree, you still can't set bail. Arson, we did a press conference about Billy's Law. An arsonist committed 3 arsons. The day before, committed an arson, was released. The following day, started another fire, and one of the firefighters was sadly lost his life responding to a fire that should have never happened. Riot, not a bailable offense under even the governor's proposal. So the point is this, it needs to be fixed, but it needs to be fixed the right way. I suspect, knowing politics and having been here now for several years, there will be a quote-unquote fix in the budget. It will be heralded as everyone saved the day, New York is safe again, thank goodness they did it. And it'll do nothing, or it will do very, very little. It's not just gun crimes that need to be included. Robbery aided by another. People have seen that on Twitter, on the news. When a gang of people are physically intimidating a woman and her child, with or without a weapon, that's a robbery. Not bailable in New York, and not even under this proposal. So we need to get those involved who've actually been in this business, like myself, like those of us standing around me, who've done this for a living, who understand the nature of criminal conduct. You can't hide behind a bad policy when it comes to criminal justice. That's one thing our friends in the majorities have been able to do. They have a terrible idea, a policy comes out, New York is the most expensive state to live in. They can hide behind it and make some tweaks, not when it comes to public safety. So they need to respond. It is imperative that we do it now before more people lose their lives. Thank you.